And as it's chilling, once the ice pack is removed, it facilitates blood flow to the testicles to heat the testicles up again to the ideal temperature. And while the blood is flowing to the testicles, then this facilitates testicular function, testosterone synthesis, and spermatogenesis. Throughout the entire time that you came off non-bioidentical hormones on the day you decided to become a father to the time that you actually get your partner pregnant with a healthy baby, you need to avoid all of these drugs, these compounds, these medications, as they might have a severe to low negative effect on your male fertility parameters. And the list is very long and extensive, but might not be 100% all-inclusive. So again, please do your additional research if you take a compound that's not listed here. So here are the compounds, drugs, and medications to avoid. Chemotherapy drugs, recreational drugs, anabolic androgenic steroids, albeit that testosterone is approved for therapeutic and medical usage and potentially induces spermatogenesis at higher dosages. And you see here that, provirin and halotestin were scientifically proven as fertility aids in cases of subfertility, again, stemming from the studies from the 1960s and 70s. So your mileage might vary. And you should avoid selective androgen receptor modulators, androgen and endocrine disruptors, including pesticides, industrial chemicals, dioxins, soy isoflavones, certain personal care product additives, natural androgen disruptors, heavy metals. You should avoid opioids. You should avoid selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which again might take a while to phase off and taper down from because withdrawal symptoms can be brutal. I'm talking from personal experience. I came off fluvoxamine cold turkey. It was not fun. Calcium channel blockers you should avoid. Anti-androgens, obviously, you should avoid. Several immunosuppressants should be avoided. Sulfasalazine should be avoided. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs should be avoided. Amphetamines should be avoided, yes, including the medical ones like Adderall, Dexedrine, and Vyvanse. Not a good idea to take as part of your fertility protocol. 5-alpha-reductase inhibitors should be avoided. And even Accutane and modafinil should be avoided. I cannot emphasize this enough. I cannot possibly research all of the medications, drugs, and compounds that you could possibly be taking. So write down a list of all the compounds that you are taking currently and do the research yourself on top of the research that I've already done for you to make sure that even if a compound has a marginal, trace, minute negative effect on male fertility, when you start stacking several compounds together, that might result into a tremendous severe negative effect on your male fertility. And then after 9 months, you're wondering why your fertility parameters are still in the trash because you're taking 5 compounds that you shouldn't be taking, even if it's occasional usage. So abstain as much as you can. You know, personally, I decided not to take any chances and just removed everything, literally everything that did not have a clear established beneficial effect, even if it didn't have an established negative effect. And as you'll see from my fertility parameters a little bit later in this video, my fertility parameters were godlike. Yeah, so if you want something similar, abstain from everything that doesn't show to have a clear beneficial positive effect on male fertility, and you might get something similar. Now, enough of the stuff you shouldn't be taking. What should you be taking during the time that you're recovering spermatogenesis and throughout the entirety that you're trying to get your partner pregnant with copious amounts of practice? While you're recovering spermatogenesis, it's important to supplement with adequate micronutrients and antioxidants to improve testicular function, as testosterone and semen synthesis is a very nutrient-costly process. So here's the multi-phase testosterone synthesis and spermatogenesis recovery over-the-counter supplement, antioxidant, and method protocol. You do not have to do all of these at the same time, but the more of these you incorporate, the better your fertility parameters are going to be. And this obviously highly depends on how many micronutrients you're already getting from your diet. So go to Chronometer or another application where you can track your micronutrient intake for all of the foods that you're eating every single day. Feel free to supplement with vitamin B9, folate, folic acid, between 100 micrograms to 1,000 micrograms daily. Feel free to go with the vitamin B50 or B100 complex to get all of the B vitamins as part of your supplementation stack. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, between 2,000 milligrams to 5,000 milligrams daily. Vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, between 3,000 to 5,000 IUs daily. You can even break open the gel caps and apply the vitamin D3 directly to the testicles, which allegedly might help with testosterone synthesis and spermatogenesis downstream. Magnesium 400 milligrams to 1200 milligrams daily. Vitamin E makes tocopherols and tocotrienols between 400 IUs to 800 IUs daily. Selenium between 100 micrograms to 200 micrograms daily for a maximum of 400 micrograms from dietary and supplementary sources. Zinc between 15 milligrams to 50 milligrams daily. Omega-3 fatty acids, that's up to, let's say, 3,000 milligrams EPA and 2,000 milligrams DHEA daily. Ubiquinol, coenzyme Q10, between 100 milligrams to 400 milligrams daily. Carnitine, whether that's oral L-carnitine L-tartrate or oral acetyl L-carnitine, between 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams daily, or injectable carnitine, 500 milligrams sub-Q or intramuscularly daily. Glutathione, you can go with N-acetylcysteine, 1,200 milligrams to 2,000 milligrams daily, or S-adenylyl methionine, abbreviated to SAMe, between 400 milligrams to 800 milligrams daily. Reduced glutathione, 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams daily. S-acetyl glutathione, 200 milligrams to 300 milligrams daily. Or injectable glutathione, 1,800 milligrams intravenously once weekly, or 600 milligrams intramuscularly 3 times weekly, right? You have to choose between one or the other because there's multiple ways to increase your glutathione levels. Same for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. You can increase that with a nicotinamide mononucleotide between 300 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams daily, or nicotinamide riboside, 300 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams daily, or injectable nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams IV once weekly, or 15 milligrams to 30 milligrams sub-Q or intramuscularly daily. Taurine, 3,000 milligrams to 5,000 milligrams daily. L-arginine, 2,000 milligrams to 6,000 milligrams daily. L-lysine, in combination with soy or sunflower lecithin. The L-lysine would be 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams daily, and the ideally sunflower lecithin, 3,000 milligrams to 5,000 milligrams daily. But L-lysine and lecithin only improve semen volume, not fertility parameters. But of course, the more semen volume you have, the more you can deliver the sperm to where it's supposed to go. You can ice your testicles. Yes. Increase the blood flow to your testicles filled with nutrients. I have a video about that. I'll link it somewhere down below. You apply an ice pack wrapped in a towel 20 minutes to your testicles 2 to 3 times daily. Again, this chills the testicles, and as it's chilling, once the ice pack is removed, it facilitates blood flow to the testicles to heat the testicles up again to the ideal temperature. And while the blood is flowing to the testicles, assuming you supplement with a good amount of the previously mentioned over-the-counter supplements and antioxidants, then this facilitates testicular function, testosterone synthesis, and spermatogenesis, especially if you take human chorionic gonadotropin and follicle-stimulating hormone or human menopausal gonadotropin. Everything is rushing in there, assuming you don't have a varicocele, which should greatly help with your fertility parameters. And you can look into red light therapy, shining the red light directly on the testicles for 10 to 30 minutes once daily. Make sure your testicles don't get hot. They still have an ideal temperature. After a certain temperature, spermatogenesis is completely arrested. No hot tubs, no saunas. And if you do red light therapy, make sure maybe chill your nuts with an ice pack before you do the red light therapy for 10 to 30 minutes. And while sleeping at least 8 hours daily, sleeping and waking according to your circadian rhythm at the same time daily, greatly helps with testosterone synthesis and might contribute to fertility parameters as well. Again, not all of these supplements directly contribute to testicular function, testosterone synthesis, and spermatogenesis. There's a few supplements here which only contribute to semen volume. If you'd like to know more about massive loads, give the Vigorous Loads video a watch, which goes over everything you need to know to improve and enhance your ejaculation experience. Vigorous hypertrophy workouts or strength-specific training on steroids, even a low and conservative dose of exogenous testosterone replacement therapy, can increase oxidative stress markers as well, but we'll dive a lot more into oxidative stress when we get to the sex determination and differentiation, as well as the potential autism risk segment of this video. That being said, during all consecutive phases of this fertility protocol, it's very important for you to improve and increase your overall antioxidant status while recovering and improving spermatogenesis, as sperm morphology, sperm motility, and the chromosomes within the sperm are highly susceptible to oxidative stress.